1.
Yo! Qué pasó, mi gente? Welcome to the Forever Grind Show. This is your host, El Daviso. And welcome to a Saturday edition. I told you, if it was going to be as good as it was last night, we're going to talk about today. And it was that good. We're going to talk a lot about that game today. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Hope you had your morning caffeine kick. If you're chilling at home, just resting right now, hopefully you're having a good rest. Hope you have big plans for the weekend, especially I'm in sunny San Diego. It's been hot over these past 2-3 weeks. So hopefully you got big plans. Go to the beach, do what you got to do. Have some fun, take the family out. We have a lot to talk about. Again. And I'm telling you, last night's game, it didn't disappoint. Back to back. Cowboys and Eagles didn't disappoint. Honestly, if you ask me, last night was even better. It felt, if you saw that game, it felt Super Bowl-ish. The vibes were there. They were in Brazil. I'm Mexican, so I have that accent. I could pull it off. For those who didn't understand what I said, Brazil. No, it doesn't sound the same. Brazil. But man, it was a phenomenal game. It didn't disappoint. Rivalry games don't really disappoint at all. And there was a lot of history that was made last night. But let me just talk about the vibes of the game. Marshawn Lynch was there. He was a cameraman. I don't know if y'all saw that. There was a little moment in that game where rookie Omarion Hampton did a rookie mistake. We'll talk about that in a second. Not that big a deal. It was a rookie mistake. And good old Uncle Marshawn Lynch goes off to the sideline and speaks to Omarion Hampton. I don't know if y'all caught that. But that was like a cool Unk moment. It was something not to miss. And then the halftime, I was going to say Super Bowl show. That's how it felt like. It felt like the Super Bowl. But the halftime show, Karol G knocked it out of the park. Phenomenal show. Played her hits. Did her thing. Beautiful. Amazing show. But I'm going to get to the game. I told y'all the Chargers might steal this one. They didn't just steal it. They controlled the whole game. They were up the entire time. I'm so used to the Chiefs always dominating the whole division. They're always winning. But I did tell you, there was something about this season. There's something about this game that I did feel the Chargers had a better chance at winning this game for sure. It's like I said yesterday. They have a lot of weapons. Let me tell you something. For the past couple of years, ever since Quentin Johnston got drafted, trash. I'm sorry. It was the resurrection of Quentin Johnston last night. It was a homecoming, the return of Keenan Allen. Welcome home, buddy. And Justin Herbert. Can someone say MVP candidate? Now, I'm not going back on my pick. I do have Lamar Jackson as an MVP candidate. But you never know. The way Justin Herbert looked out there. The way he was playing today. Almost a perfect game, man. It was phenomenal. Amazing to watch. You got to wear it. You got to wear it. But it was a phenomenal game, people. Let me tell you something. I'm going to pull some stats right now. Well, before I do that, the way the Chargers played last night, that gives me a little bit of hope. We finally did it. We beat a playoff team. They have a legit defense. They have a legit offense. The Chargers are going to make some noise this season. Next week, the Chargers are going to another. Let me tell you something. I'm going to hop on the Raiders in a little bit. But this was when I first heard that they were going to split the end zones, the Chargers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Honestly, I think the Chargers cannot catch a break when it comes to home games. Because they never have home games. It's unfortunate to say that the Chargers don't have a big enough fan base. And granted, they haven't won anything. I'll admit that. I'm not afraid to say it. I'll say it. We haven't won anything. Ever since San Diego, there hasn't been a fan base. Matter of fact, let me tell you something. Let's go back to memory lane. That one year, the Raiders were kicking butt. It was Derek Carr behind center. I went to that Charger game, that final one, where the Raiders were just killing everybody. It was like the comeback of the Raiders. They haven't been to the Super Bowl since 2002, when they got destroyed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That was the last time that was the last time you actually went to the playoffs. I went to that Charger game against the Raiders at Qualcomm Stadium in San Diego. It wasn't even a home game anymore. It was the black hole in San Diego. That's how awful the Chargers were. It was sad to watch. And it's been taking a toll on the Chargers ever since, trying to build a fan base even in Los Angeles. The majority of the fans that were from San Diego, they bailed out. I didn't. I know some good people that haven't bailed out yet. Going to my point, in Brazil, it wasn't a home game. They traveled, I don't know how many miles, for another away game. They needed this win today. They did. They needed to prove that they are a legitimate team. And let me tell you something. They proved that last night. They proved that last night, that they are legit. They finally beat a playoff team. Now, I get it. It's just like I said with the Cowboys losing to the Eagles. It's week 1. I'm not going to have any recency bias. I'm going to tell you that right now. No recency bias. It's week 1. But here's the thing. And I did say this yesterday. The Kansas City Chiefs are coming off a tough loss after that Super Bowl. They're trying to find an identity. And a lot went wrong last night in that game with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to get to that in a second. The Chargers are going to Las Vegas to play the Raiders next week. Another away game. They're not going to have a home game until week 3 against the Denver Broncos. This is going to be the season where the Chargers are going to be showing a lot, because they have a lot to prove still. Again, this is only week 1. Let me tell you something. I think the Chargers have the potential to go 3-0. This is the divisional game tour. We knocked out the hardest one, the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chargers are going to go play at Las Vegas against the Raiders next week. They got that second win. I'm not going to underestimate the Broncos, though, because they got that defense. Bo Nix, he's up and coming. You cannot underestimate Sean Payton. You just can't. That guy's a genius. He knows what he's doing. He has a ring. Granted, it was a long time ago. 2009, I believe. He's a phenomenal coach. Let me tell you something about Sean Payton. That last run with Drew Brees, when they got screwed over, the LA Rams after that non-call penalty, pass interference, I hope you know what I'm talking about. He was robbed in that game. That year, they could have went on to go play against Tom Brady and New England Patriots, and they would have won their second Super Bowl. I honestly feel that way. That's how good Sean Payton is. So I do not underestimate the Denver Broncos. But that's going to be a hard game. But I do still believe the Chargers could go 3-0. After last night's performance, my goodness, Quentin Johnston. I swear, I criticized him. I destroyed him the past couple of years. Wasn't doing anything at all. He would have one game here and there, but it wasn't consistent. Let me tell you what he did last night. 5 for 7, 79 yards, and 2 touchdowns. I'm telling you, it was a resurrection night for him. Keenan Allen, welcome back, brother. There's no place like home. 7 for 10, 68 yards, 1 touchdown. Talk about a homecoming to the Chargers. Not necessarily in SoFi Stadium. Not necessarily at Qualcomm Stadium. He's officially the last Charger coming from San Diego. How about that? And we cannot forget Justin Herbert. MVP of that game for sure. 24 for 34, 318 yards, 32 rushing yards, and 3 touchdowns. In the opening game, week 1, against the Kansas City Chiefs. Did y'all catch that last play? It's kind of funny. I saw it in my head. When he ran to close the game and stopped in the end zone, it's kind of apropos, kind of funny as well, given that I believe in the first half of that game, Omarion Hampton did a rookie mistake. But what can I say? He's a rookie. He'll learn. He went and ran and went off sides, stopped the clock, gave Patrick Mahomes another shot. Granted, they got 3 points out of it. Thank goodness for me. But still, it's all a learning moment. That's where Marshawn Lynch came in, talked to Omarion Hampton, gave him a couple words of wisdom the way only he knows how to do it. But it was a phenomenal game. It was one game that the Chargers needed to show that they are the real deal. Matter of fact, I'm going to add them to the list now. I could say that in good conscience. They're a good team. They have a phenomenal coach. But now they just got to keep it consistent. They can make some noise throughout the season. And if they keep it consistent, they can make some noise in the playoffs. Can they keep up with Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens? Can they keep up with the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen? I think they can. I definitely think they can. Why was this game so important for the Chargers? I'm going to list a bunch of reasons why. It was their first win against the Chiefs in 4 years. The last time they defeated the Chiefs, 2021. 4 wins total against the Chiefs. And guess how long? Only 4 wins since 2014. How about that? Alex Smith was their quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. Phillip Rivers was the quarterback for the then San Diego Chargers. It's been about 11 years and only 4 wins. I mean, you can't make this up. Unbelievable stat. So this was big for the Chargers. A big win for the Chargers. They've been battling adversity for years. And they're still going to battle adversity this year. But I'm excited for them. I'm very excited for them. I have good hopes this year. Last year I didn't. This year I do. Can they win it all? I think so. I really think so. To think that it's been 7 games straight that the Chiefs have won over the Chargers. And I believe the majority of those games, if not all, were by 1 possession. Unbelievable stat. I'm going to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs right now. It's a little disappointing. It does not look like they know who they are right now. They did not look like themselves. We saw a little bit of Mahomes' magic last night. A little bit. But it reminded me of how they played against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. How they were trying to catch up. They looked lost. Granted, 3 plays in, and they lost Xavier Worthy to friendly fire. Hardcore shoulder tackle by Travis Kelce. Ran into him and was out for the rest of the game. Patrick Mahomes was missing a couple of passes. There was a few drops. Hollywood Brown, he was doing his thing, but he was only able to do so much. He didn't contribute as much as expected. Patrick Mahomes was running the ball. It was hard to catch him. Travis Kelce, he showed up. He scored a touchdown. But it just wasn't enough. And if you saw that game, you could tell they did not look like themselves at all. They couldn't find a rhythm. It was vice versa. This was how I would see the Chargers look. The Chiefs being so dominant over the years, since 2018. Could my prediction be right this year? Can the fatigue finally be catching on with them? Are they taking that toll on their backs? To be consistent since 2018, going to the AFC Championship every single year. That's a lot to live up to. That's a lot of fatigue. That's a lot of beat up bodies, especially with Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes, for them being on the field for that long. Having a season in and of itself in the playoffs, an added season with all the games that they played. They made history. I'm not trying to take away from the Chargers' win. Ironically, it being my home team. But I got to be fair, too. It didn't look really well for the Kansas City Chiefs. It was almost sad to watch for a second. It's big for me, but still, seeing Patrick Mahomes, seeing Travis Kelce, seeing the Kansas City Chiefs just being dominant over the years, and after that Super Bowl loss, wasn't looking the same. Rashid Rice was out the picture. He's serving a suspension. They play the Philadelphia Eagles next week. Let me tell you something. I don't see them beating the Eagles again. And that's uncomfortable to see, to watch. The Kansas City Chiefs going 0-2. Tell me if I'm wrong. I do not see the Chiefs winning the Philadelphia Eagles next week. I really don't. So this is going to be a battle for adversity with the Kansas City Chiefs. Is it going to be a comeback year? Or is this the year where we finally see the Chiefs be dethroned and try to climb their way into the playoffs? We've never seen it before. They're usually the monsters to beat. Now, is there the possibility that we'll see the Kansas City Chiefs fighting for a wild card spot? Are other teams passing them? I can honestly tell you the Ravens and the Bills are a lock for the playoffs. But what other teams are going to surpass the Kansas City Chiefs? It's disturbing to watch. Uncomfortable. Maybe some of you are finally saying, finally, we don't care. Hey, drop that in the comments. Put it down. Let's make a conversation. Me being a football fanatic, I love every team. Even the teams I hate, I still love them. And when you're so invested in the game, if you're someone like me who's empathetic, you start showing some concern. Would it be the same thing? Would it be the same year, the same feeling? I don't know. I honestly don't know how it's going to turn out for the Kansas City Chiefs. But if anybody could come back, it's them. They've done it before. 2 years ago, they had the most dropped passes in the league, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl. This will be a new adversity to battle. They're 0-1 right now. If they're 0-2, they're in big trouble. I don't think they could wait until week 7 for Rashid Rice. I don't think they could wait that long to regroup. If they're going to do something, they better do it next week against the Eagles. Talk about a revenge game. And that's, if you ask me, that's a little too soon to play the Eagles. After that Super Bowl performance, they got squashed by that Eagles defense. Some would say too soon. And they're playing next week. If they get beat again by the Eagles, let me tell you something. The Kansas City Chiefs are in big trouble. That's next week. I'm going to switch gears a little bit. So, I did an episode a couple days ago. And I was ranting about the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, I've been going back and forth with my brother who's on the verge of launching a podcast himself on sports betting. If you're interested, once he launches, I'm going to be promoting his podcast. It's going to be called Go For It. Now, very educated in football. But we've been going back and forth as far as, will the Steelers have a winning season? Mike Tomlin has never gone in the league every season with a loss. He's had a winning season ever since he'd been the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Granted, he has Aaron Rodgers behind center, and it hasn't looked great when he was playing for the Jets. But let's be honest. He did get hurt. He didn't have a great comeback season last year. I don't think they're going to get that far. I don't even think they'll make it in the playoffs after all. But who knows? I am confident, though. I am confident they'll have a winning season. So my brother and I have a bet going on. If the Pittsburgh Steelers have to go under 500 this season, okay, I'll put it this way. The loser has to wear an Aaron Rodgers jersey from the Jets. I'm betting that the Pittsburgh Steelers will go over 500 this year and keep the streak alive. And my brother would have to wear a New York Jets jersey of Aaron Rodgers. If I lose, I'm going to be wearing a New York Jets jersey of Aaron Rodgers that I have to buy. And I will be wearing it on air. That is the bet. He is a Aaron Rodgers hater. I don't blame him. He hasn't been that great. But he is convinced that the Steelers will go possibly 5 wins this season. This is an incredible conversation, and I encourage you to join us in the comments below. I've been encouraging all y'all to comment down below. Now, you tell me, am I in the wrong for thinking that they're going to have a winning season? Let me know. I don't see it that way, but talk to me. I don't even care. I don't care what you say in the comments, but engage in this conversation, in this debate. It's going to be a good one. This has been an incredible week 1, and we're just barely starting. We're not even finished yet. We're not even halfway. Thursday night, Cowboys-Eagles didn't disappoint. Last night, Chiefs and the Chargers, even better game. And we're going to have Sunday football all day tomorrow. I'm looking forward to to Baltimore Ravens against the Buffalo Bills. That's going to be the next game to watch. And then Monday Night Football, Minnesota Vikings at the Chicago Bears. Man, I had to do this today. I wish you guys a very great weekend. And for all y'all football fans, tomorrow, I wish you guys a fun Sunday. I can't wait for you guys to watch all those games. We're going to have a fun conversation on Monday morning. Love y'all. Please like and subscribe and comment. This is the Forever Grind Show. This is your host, El Laviso. I love y'all. Take care. Have a great weekend. Peace.